The 90s were an interesting time to be Michael Jackson. There was scandal, stardom, somehow new peaks in an already illustrious career, and a desire from fans for even more music. Jackson released Dangerous in 1991, but it didn't quite live up to the success of its two predecessors, Thriller and Bad. I mean, let's be for real, who could? So as he always did, Michael got to work, crafting his next album, which would become one of the most complicated works in his entire discography. I mean, the album title by itself is complicated. You could call it His Story, referring to Michael Jackson's story, or History. And for the sake of this video, I'm going to be calling it History. And oh, the entire title for the album is History, Past, Present, and Future, Volume 1. But I'm getting ahead of myself. But with all that out of the way, let's get right into it and dive into Michael Jackson's history. In the 90s, Michael Jackson faced a lot of ridicule, and I mean a lot. I mean, media tabloids accused Jackson of trying to become white by bleaching his skin, when in reality he had vitiligo, a disease that caused someone's pigment in their skin to be lost over time. So in reality, just racism was being thrown Michael Jackson's way.
Are you bleaching your skin, and is your skin lighter because you don't like being black?
Okay, number one, as I know of, there is no such thing as skin bleaching. I have never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Well, they used to have those products growing up. I used to hear always use bleach and glow, but you'd have to have about 300,000 gallons to.
Okay, number one, this is the situation. I have a skin disorder that destroys the pigmentation of the skin. Is something that I cannot help. Okay, but when people make up stories that I don't want to be who I am, it hurts me.
So it is.
It's a problem for me, okay? I can't control it.
So when did this start? When did the color of your skin start to change?
Oh boy, sometime after Thriller. Around Off the Wall Thriller.
And what did you think? I mean,
it's in my family. My father said it's on his side. I can't control it. I don't understand. I mean, it makes me very sad.
And I mean, the tabloid stuff goes all the way back to the 80s. There was an article in 1986 that accused Michael of sleeping in like some oxygen chamber, like something out of Star Wars. Like, be for real. Like, it was ridiculous. This was also the period where the term Wacko Jacko came from, a name that Michael absolutely despised. The media made fun of his looks and his actions and labeled him as weird, as Michael had always yearned for the childhood he never really had, as it's well documented his father abused him during the Jackson 5 era of his life, so Jackson liked to hang around children a lot at his Neverland Ranch. And while yes, at face value, it is pretty weird, to make things even worse, Michael was accused of sexual assault in 1993 by 13-year-old Evan Chandler. Eventually, the case was settled out of court. Jackson maintained his innocence and said the reason he settled was because the stress in the public eye of a long, worn-out trial was starting to get to him. It also led to a painkiller addiction that would eventually cost him his life. So by January 1994, Jackson was ready to get back in the studio and vent out some of his frustrations. History would be a two-sided album to make things even more complicated. On one side, you had a greatest hits compilation, like songs like Billie Jean, Bad, Thriller, etc. And on the other side, you had 15 entirely new songs. The new songs would really see Michael step out of his comfort zone and try new things on his album. Scream with his sister Janet Jackson was for this album. Songs like Tabloid Junkie, Money, and Childhood really saw Michael tackle a lot of his trauma and the stresses that he was dealing with around this time, and he even got into hip-hop a little bit as he got Biggie to record for his album. Jackson collaborated with a lot of other artists for this album, including Slash from Guns N' Roses, Shaquille O'Neal for some reason back when he was rapping, and R. Kelly, who wrote Michael's last #1 hit, You Are Not Alone. A lot of the songs that were intended for history unfortunately didn't make it on the album, including the infamous Palestine Don't Cry, which sees Jackson try to comfort the Palestinian people during a time of immense struggle, a period which still exists to this day. Despite online rumors that Sony Records told Michael Jackson, you can't release this album, there is no actual evidence or proof for that, as the song was actually never even recorded. It only exists in lyric sheets. The album cover features a statue of Jackson that is based off this statue titled The Motherland Calls. It went through a couple iterations, but the final cover is what we all know of today. This album costed a lot of money to make. The cover art and the promotional campaign alone costed Sony over $30 million, bringing it right up there with Invincible as one of the most expensive albums in history. But at the time, it was Michael Jackson. The guy only breathed success in the music department, so Sony didn't mind paying the bill. When the album did release in 1995, it included some of Michael Jackson's most memorable songs, not of just the decade, but of all time. It had Scream, You Are Not Alone, They Don't Care About Us, and Earth Song. It also had the highly underrated Stranger in Moscow. A lot of these songs strayed from the typical love song that Michael was known for in the 80s and really tackled a lot of real-world issues such as poverty, racism, and environmental concerns. There was a lot of personal baggage on this album. It was clear that Mike had a lot on his mind and he wanted the entire world to know it. History sold 391,000 units first week and debuted, as Michael always did, at the #1 spot on the Billboard charts. The album also saw Michael get back on the stage again with his final tour ever, the History Tour, as there was a planned tour for Invincible, but that got canceled, and his last planned tour, the This Is It Tour, unfortunately never happened because of his passing. The History Tour grossed over $166 million, making it one of the highest grossing tours of that decade. If there were any questions about whether or not Michael Jackson still had it, they were thrown out the window. The Camp Pop was here to motherfucking stay. As the 90s and 2000s decades often had for Michael, this album did not come without its controversies, as the song They Don't Care About Us, which dealt with racial inequality, had a lyric that people accused Michael of being anti-Semitic on. The lyric read, "Jew me, sue me, everybody do me, kick me, kike me, don't you black and white me." The story was first reported on by the New York Times in 1995, and Jackson actually responded directly to the Times. I'll read you the quote. "The idea that these lyrics could be deemed objectionable is extremely hurtful to me, and misleading. The song in fact is about pain and prejudice and hate and is a way to draw attention to social and political problems. I am the voice of the accused in the attack. I am the voice of everyone. I am the skinhead. I am the Jew. I am the black man. I am the white man. I am not the one who was attacking. It is about the injustices to young people and how the system can wrongfully accuse them. I am angry and outraged that I could be so misinterpreted." Jackson would later issue another apology, and future pressings of the History album would see those lyrics get completely removed and replaced with new ones. Despite the controversy, History was a commercial and critical success. The album has sold over 20 million copies and right now is 8 times certified platinum and was also nominated for 5 Grammys, as Jackson won a Grammy for this album as Scream won Best Music Video. With everything that led up to this album and everything that happened during and after it, it is definitely Michael Jackson's most complicated work, but it did go down in history as one of his best. Thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this. It is always greatly appreciated, whether you like, you comment, you just view it. I greatly appreciate it. Anything that you do. If you want to follow me on any of my socials, I'm pretty active on Twitter. The link is down in the description. And with all that out of the way, I will see you on the flip side.